My husband thought I was stuck working a double shift tonight. Instead, I was sitting 3 stools behind him while he told his friend something that made the entire bar go silent. He thought he was being clever, but he didn't realize his boss was in on it, and her husband was sitting right next to me. The bartender looked at me like he wanted to warn me. Too late. I'd already heard everything. My husband raised his glass and laughed. 3 years married, and she still thinks I work late on Thursdays. The guys at the table cracked up. Then, he leaned back and pointed toward the hallway near the bathrooms. She's waiting for me in room 214 upstairs. My stomach dropped because this wasn't a hotel. It was our neighborhood bar, the one we always came to after date nights. I froze behind my drink. Hoodie up, head down. He had no idea I was there. 10 minutes earlier, I'd actually been at work. Then the power blew in our building and everyone got sent home early. I figured I'd surprise him with wings and beer. Worst surprise of my life. He kept talking. She thinks I'm doing overtime. Honestly, it's scary how easy this is. One of his friends looked uncomfortable. Another asked, dude, what happens if she finds out? My husband smirked. She won't. Emily's predictable. Predictable. That word hit harder than the cheating because I suddenly realized something. He wasn't nervous. He wasn't guilty. He thought he'd already won. I should have walked out right there. Instead, I ordered another soda and listened. Apparently, this had been going on for months. Thursdays, fake overtime, same room upstairs every time. Then came the part that made my hands shake. She actually apologized to me last week for being too needy. More laughter. I nearly stood up right there. But then I noticed somebody walking toward their table. A woman, tall heels, red jacket, blonde hair. Except it wasn't the woman he'd been describing. My husband's face changed instantly, like actual panic. The woman crossed her arms. Seriously, Kevin? The entire table went dead quiet. And then I recognized her. His boss, not his girlfriend. His actual boss from the accounting firm. Turns out she was married too. And apparently neither of them knew the other's spouse had started getting suspicious. She hissed. My husband followed me here. My husband stood up so fast his chair slammed backward. What? Then a guy walked in through the front door. Big dude, suit jacket, furious. The whole bar went silent. My husband looked like he'd seen a ghost. And then the guy walked right past him, straight to me. He stopped beside my stool and sighed. You're Kevin's wife, right? I nodded slowly. He sat down next to me like we were old friends. Then he pulled out his phone and showed me screenshots, hotel receipts, messages, photos, months of them together. I just stared at him, and then he said the last thing I expected. I already filed for divorce yesterday. Meanwhile, across the room, my husband was begging his boss not to leave him alone with her husband. Her husband just smiled, calm, creepy calm. Then he dropped a folder onto the table. Relax, he said. I'm not here to fight you. I'm your company's lead investor. Nobody breathed. My husband turned completely pale. The boss started crying instantly, and the investor looked directly at both of them. You two won't be employed by Monday. I didn't say a word. I just stood up, took my husband's company credit card off the table, and used it to pay for everybody's drinks before I left.